Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy's passionate return, Ridge overwhelmed by Eric's demise. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of October 30 reveal that the exercise videotape clip teases a lot of drama and heart-wrenching scenes. Lauren Fenmore Baldwin and Esther Valentine gush over the fashion designs. Eric Forrester appears stoic as a limelight shines on the tuxedo-sheathed developer. Plus, Steffy Forrester Finnegan reunites with John Finn Finnegan. Fashion competition continues. B&B spoilers reveal that the fashion showdown between Eric and Ridge Forrester continues. A model struts in an emotional red gown. As the followership oohs and ejaculations, Lauren whispers commodity to Esther. Both are furiously jotting down their pics. In the background, Donna Logan can be seen, standing next to the group of guests, but at a distance, she precisely observes the room. There's also a scene featuring Ridge. Standing in front of Eric, Ridge says, "Let the stylish man palm." Without missing a beat, Eric and Ridge shake each other's hands. Esther Valentine's dream in the daily exercise videotape. Esther's jaw can be seen dropping over the fabulous designs. It has been mentioned more than once that Esther has always pictured of retaining a Forrester Creations original. Lauren has also brought up that occasionally dreams really do come true. Esther might have her own packets of cash, but it would be just like Lauren to gift her a dream gown. Eric Forrester's death judgment exposed the bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of October 30 reveal that Ridge R.J. Forrester, Jr. will eventually confess. Speaking to both Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester, RJ tearfully admits that Eric only has many months left to live. Ridge is overwhelmed and doesn't comprehend how the man who gave him everything is dying. Gashes stream down Brooke's face, but she's silent in the exercise clip. It should be noted that a scene of Eric was shown in the exercise clip. Wearing a tuxedo, Eric stands on a dark stage with a bright limelight shining down on him. Donna sluggishly embraces Eric, but there are no words at that moment. The look on Eric's face is heartbreaking, however. The bold and the beautiful spoilers Steffy and Finn reunite. The daily B&B exercise videotape clip also features Sin reuniting. Steffy returns from Europe and incontinently gives Finn a passionate kiss. When the two eventually take time to breathe, Steffy smiles and says, "I am back." Steffy looks revitalized and refreshed. So it's clear that Steffy knows exactly how to do with Sheila Carter. Stay tuned for the explosive fireworks. In Los Angeles, it was the night before the big show. Eric was at home with RG and Donna, working with models, accessorizing the gowns. Eric was fired up and had no way felt so alive. Meanwhile, at Forrester, Ridge was also busy at work, doing the same thing with Thomas and Hope looking on. Each developer felt as if he was at the top of his game. In the crowded corridor at Forrester, Lauren and Esther thanked Charlie for the stint. It was the most expansive stint Lauren, who claimed she would work at Forrester for times, had ever been on. She asked if it was possible to see Ridge. Looking at Esther, Charlie asked who wouldn't have time for two stunning ladies. Charlie left to check with Ridge. Esther noted how nice Charlie was. Lauren reminded Esther that she was there to pick up a gown, not a security guard. Charlie returned to say Ridge would see the women. Esther walked backwards, her eyes on Charlie as she followed Lauren to the office. In Eric's office, Thomas asked Ridge about the contest rules. Ridge said the guests would bid on gowns and whoever vended the most would win. Hope assumed no bone would know that Eric and Ridge were contending. Ridge replied that some might notice that some designs were traditional, and Thomas added that Ridge's were more edgy. Dateless and elegant, Ridge claimed. Thomas could not see Ridge losing. Hope and Thomas left Ridge to work. Alone, Ridge peered at a print of himself and Eric. When Lauren and Esther entered, Ridge madly saluted them, saying the catching was for the cream of the crop and wouldn't make sense without Lauren. She introduced Esther to the Ridge Forrester and advised Esther not to fall in love with him. Lauren remarked that they'd met with Eric and had seen one of his beautiful designs. Ridge replied that she would be surprised by how innovative the company had come. Lauren praised Forrester for its long-standing character and expressed a keen interest in what was new. She wondered if Ridge would give an old friend a peep. He said she would have to stay like the rest of them, but her opinion signified. Agitated to be girdled by the most beautiful gowns in the world, Esther said she felt like a queen. Ridge said it was the thing to make one feel like a queen, or a queen. Dreamily, Esther began to tell Ridge what an addict she was, but Lauren pulled Esther down because it was time to go to their hostel. Back in the corridor, Esther came enchanted by Charlie again. Lauren snappily led Esther to the elevator, and Charlie banged himself in their wake. Back in Eric's office, Ridge looked at Eric's print, saying, "Each right, Dad. It's showtime." In the design office, Hope had tried on a string neck halter dress Thomas had designed. She loved the changes he would made, and he loved seeing it on her. "I love a lot of effects," he uttered, bringing her close to him. In her attentive silence, he added, "But we need to get our budget back." "That is another thing I'd love." He figured that the stylish thing for them and for the line was for Ridge to win the showdown. Twirling Hope around, Thomas said a developer had to capture the substance of the woman he designed for, and Hope had changed over time. Thomas had the design for the woman Hope was getting. He saw her as sexy, passionate, and wild. Hope replied that she liked the way he saw her. They kissed, and he told her that HFTF would be back in the limelight. That meant she got to be in the limelight, and everyone would know the Hope Logan he would gotten to know so privately. At Eric's house, Eric's hand quivered as he tried to fix a pack in a gown. He covered with the Forrester workers, saying it was just Presho jitters and nothing to worry about. Eric figured the only person who had to worry was Ridge, who'd be going down the coming day. Latterly, the models and workers had gone. Eric was punctured by the work that he and RG had done. He refocused at sketches, telling RG to look at what RG had fulfilled. RG claimed that it had been all Eric, but Eric said they'd both done it. Eric stated that so important was riding on the collection, his career, and his life. Asked what Eric meant by saying his life was riding on the catching. Eric grew silent, but Donna said that, as Eric's mate, RG merited to know everything. Eric agreed, proud that RG had come a real mate. Eric was glad they'd had the time together. RG asked why Eric was talking as if it was over. Eric replied that everything had to come to an end, and it was his last hurrah. "I am dying, RJ, I am dying," Eric uttered. Asked what that meant, and a knowing silence answered him. Eric stated that it had really opened his eyes, and life was no way clearer than to the dying. He said people were too busy to get close to what they had right around them. "That is the gift that has been given to me," he stated. Asserted that they should be flying in specialists, not throwing a fashion show. Eric declared that it was what he wanted. He wanted the show, and he wanted to be there in that room where he would raise his kiddies. He wanted to be with Donna and RJ, who loved him so much. Upset, RJ said he was not okay with losing Eric. Eric tried to tell OJ how great he would come, but RJ did not want to hear it. "You need to tell Dad," he yelled. Eric decided that he did not want to tell Ridge because he did not want Ridge to look at him the way RG was at that moment. Eric asked RJ to admire Eric's wishes. Blubbing, RG said Eric had changed RG's life, and Eric replied in kind. Donna, Eric and RG held each other, and Eric asked to have some time to himself with his designs. Donna and RG went upstairs. Eric's shaky hand quivered over designs. He peered at his portrayal and flashed back to fashion shows of the history and runway after runway gone in. "Hereafter, I will go out on top," he uttered.